All right.
So I think we're live now, Jim. Is it exciting or what?
This is fun. This is different. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So hi there, it's Tim. Tim's Electric here, and I'm joined by Jim from Electron Surfer down in California, and I'm up here in Canada, and life is good. The season for electric scooters is almost upon us, and we're both we've been quietly anticipating certain scooters for the last little while. I know that we did a nice long chat about the Apollo Phantom coming up. And that was a fun sort of experiment for the two of us to hop on and do a live stream like this. I think we're going to kick things off, and I'm going to hand things over to Jim, and he's going to share with us his scooter that he's most looking forward to, and then I'm going to share what I'm looking forward to, and then at the end of it, we're going to share one scooter that we're also looking forward to. So let's kick it off to you, Jim. Which scooter in 2021 are you most excited about coming out?
Well, I think everybody probably sees push advertisements and what have you on YouTube. And there's been a lot of, I think after the pandemic kind of started to impact manufacturing less, you're seeing more of that innovation coming in. And I'm seeing a lot of interesting changes and upgrades even to existing looking scooters. One that caught my eye is the Tower. I might have said this totally wrong. It's an interesting scooter. Tim's going to play a little bit of clip from their website, and I just thought it had a neat look to it, and it was far enough away from a lot of the scooters I've seen, while at the same time kind of hitting on some of the points that I've thought is a bit of a weakness of most of the scooters on the market. So you want to go and run that, and we'll
yeah, let's run that. I would probably say Tour.
Tour? Yeah, I'll go with Tour. Sure.
Only because my thought on that is the Taurus, which
this would be like a.
That's right. Yes, exactly. A bull. Sort of. If you're going back through, I don't know if it's Roman or Greek. I'm sure somebody down will correct us. But let's watch the video.
Somebody.
I like it though. It's a really cool design. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
2020 has been a slow-moving year for all. Carson Brown is the co-founder and lead designer of Tor, an electric scooter company.
We call it a road scooter.
I'll come back to that. Carson Brown's ambitions are so large, he went out of his way to start a company with a 4-letter domain.
It's hard to come by these days.
He compiled a team whose CVs contain brands like Tesla and Apple.
6 points smaller.
Carson Brown has made many things, but can be blamed, most notably, for his part in making the Uniwheel. Yep, that one. Carson Brown started Tor with one simple insight.
This is a piece of shit.
He designed foot platforms, folding mechanisms, joysticks, pixel displays, and a patented rear light projection technology.
Can you see it?
Carson Brown's invention goes well with your shoes, will take you 22 miles on a 3-hour charge, and is fast enough to rival Usain Bolt in a sprint.
I don't think we can say that for legal reasons.
Tor comes with a big bright light. Crazy power. Can be ridden in all weather, stored upright or flat, and I mean, just look at it. Carson Brown acknowledges that he is fashionably late to the scooter game, but unlike others, he has learned from his predecessors.
Rental scooters are trash.
Fact. Tor doesn't only look pretty, it also comes with other nifty features like over-the-air updates, smart locking, and immobilization. 2 12.5-inch puncture-resistant Continental tires, and a ride position that fills even the most vulnerable of riders with confidence. While other scooters require riders to twist their body and have tires so small.
They look dangerous.
More facts. Carson Brown's design is so good that people who don't even know his work say,
This one better.
And those that do?
This is awesome.
So say goodbye to this, and this, and say hello to this. When all is said and done, Carson Brown has designed, tested, printed, prototyped, rendered, and revised Tor, and brought to life the world's best-looking, high-performing, and first true roadworthy scooter. With manufacturing ready to go, delivery is available worldwide and can be in hands early next year. So make a pledge and be the first to get your hands on Tor.
All right, so you're right on the pronunciation. There we go.
We got a backer. I love
Nice.
that thing.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that video.
Yeah, I like it's kind of got a lighthearted feel to it, but at the same time, it looks so. You want to? I think it's be nice to click in some of those facts. The one thing that I felt was really refreshing with Tor is like some like it talks about the reason they went with the tires they went with, and then also it talks about the battery replaceability. None of them are overly marketing hype worded. You know, it says, you know, we're working on it. We designed it to be replaceable, but it wasn't that same way of like, this is the best thing you've ever seen, and it does everything perfectly right now. Yeah.
Well, so a bunch of things come to my mind when I saw it. That I just saw the video. So the first thing I thought was illumination at night for that light to turn around and bounce off the back of the rider.
Right.
That's genius. I thought the style of it with regards to the sides popping out on the sides here.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I thought that was really good. I mean, for balance purposes, I think that makes an awful lot of sense.
Right.
I think they said it was 12.5-inch tires.
Yep. Yeah, they're Continental brands, so they're going to have flat, you know, Kevlar layer in them for flat protections.
Oh, is that what that meant? I'm glad you shared with me what that meant. I thought the design of it was really nice. It had. I'm actually going to be doing a full review of a scooter that has a similar sort of style to it, like in the. It's called the Levy, and it's got that big style of piping, as it almost for the frame. Cruise control. Yeah, the lighting coming from behind. I just thought that's amazing. What a smart idea.
Right.
80 lumen brake light, so it just fires up when you hit the brakes, and you just light up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's cool.
Huh. Yeah. How did you? Oh, this just showed up in your feed one day, did it?
Yeah, it was just an advertisement when I was just clicking around on YouTube.
And I like that IP55. I love the style of the marketing. You're right. I like the marketing on that. Very clean, very polished, fun. Yeah, I like that. That really spoke to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it looks like a fun option. And I just for curiosity, I looked on their pricing. Looks like it's going to be somewhere in the $1,200 US dollar range. But right now looking on it, they're looking at deliveries out to September. So I think they've had a lot of initial interest.
Yeah. Are you thinking of ordering one?
I contacted them. I was like, might as well just say, hey, you want to send one to...
Oh, yeah, smart. And sure, if you're not watching this, by all means, send them one. Send us both one. We'd love to try it out. One in Canada, one in California. Again, this style, this is what I'm looking forward to, because I think we're in the sort of the next area or the next time for scooters where, look at the design for this to be able to just, like, if I live in an apartment, that's perfect. If I could just lean it up like that, or even if you're living in a house, again, you're saving on that square footage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I think it's kind of where I think design will start to go, where it's more rider-centric than company-centric, if that makes any sense. It starts to become what the rider really wants versus what these large factories can produce at big volumes.
Yeah, I like the display as well. Somewhat reminiscent of the new Apollo with that sort of central piece. Also, other scooters I've seen having that nice LCD in the middle.
Right.
So I need to lose a few pounds, which is good because I'm actually going the right direction. So
nice.
I mean, if they're not available till September, I might just be in the right vicinity there. So that's a really nice scooter. I really like that. Anything else you wanted to share before we move on to what I'm looking forward to?
Yeah, let's fire up what you got going on. Let's check it out.
Awesome. Let's do that. So take me a sec here to share the page, but. So what I'm looking forward to is the replacement to the Cruiser, or the next Vora Motors system, E-Move, scooter, and this is the E-Move Roadster. I just thought this looked like an awful lot of fun. It's the cruiser itself was incredible for me because it was not particularly fast, so it wouldn't get up my the hill of death that I use for my hill climbs testing. But for general use, it was perfectly fine in the city. Flying around in the city was no problem with it, and it had a range that I've never experienced before. I was able to go all the way up out of the city to another town north of the city, turn around and come back. And as a big guy on a scooter, that's unheard of for me. Typically, I can get around town no problem, but to be able to go those kinds of distances was it's fatiguing, but it was a lot of fun. So this is the E-Move Roadster that's come up. This is the only photo that I've managed to find on the internet. I don't know if you found any. This is an electric company review, and I'll put the link down below so you guys can all take a look at it. But this is going to be much more powerful than the Cruiser. The Cruiser had that, I think it's, I don't remember the exact specifications, but it was a single motor. I think it was around 600 watts at the back. Which is very similar. I mean, in fact, I think the 09 that I have is 600 watts as well. So anyway, long story short, that's the one I'm looking forward to, is the E-Move Roadster. Twin motors, huge battery. I'm really curious as to what this is like, how heavy it is, and what the range is going to be like on something with a much bigger set of motors. I think they're going to go with twin motors on this one too. Have you heard anything else about the Roadster, Jim?
Well, being in contact with Forum Motors, there's a couple teasers that I think are also on this Electrek page here of some photos. I know their goal is to have the same range as a Cruiser with they're wanting 60 miles of range and 60 miles per hour top speed.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think one of the design things is they're going to have dual stabilizer arms in the front at those speeds. I don't ride at those speeds, and I think, Tim, we're in the same boat there. But I think with a lot of these scooters, when you start topping 30 miles per hour, you start to get a little stem wobble sometimes, so they put those stabilizers on there. The X2 will have a stabilizer on it too. Sorry, that was a head teaser.
That's okay. Well, I think that's what we're going to do now, right? We're going to talk about what's the next scooter, and also those dampening measures. Again, yeah, you're absolutely right, Jim. I'm not interested. I'm happy at about 24 miles an hour, maybe 30 kilometers an hour for the rest of the world. I just find, 20 miles an hour to 32 kilometers an hour, that range, 24 miles an hour at the top end, that's like that 35, 37 kilometers an hour if I wanted to give it the beans for a few moments. But typically, I'm really happy. So 60 miles an hour isn't the exciting part for me, but the ability to be able to go up steeper hills without a problem. So we do have a few steep hills in this town, and steeper hills. And if you live in a city or a town that does have steeper hills, then that would be it. So,
for sure.
I guess then what we'll do here is let me switch over to our next option here, which is the Dualtron X2, which is the one scooter that we're actually both quite excited about. Now, you've actually taken possession of an X2 already, am I right?
Yep, I delivered an X2 to a customer, and it's a vehicle, just with its size, the tire size. I think they're 13-inch tires. It's just it's a large machine. It's 150 pounds. It's impressive looking. And it's very similar to, and you've ridden the X and reviewed the X, am I correct there?
Yeah, I did review the X. I actually got off that scooter and my hands were shaking. Now, that was certainly earlier on in my experience of riding larger scooters. It certainly, statistically, probably got the biggest battery and biggest motors that I've ever ridden. I guess the 11X was slightly faster, I found, like top speed and maybe even acceleration. But overall, the weight of the Dualtron X was massive. So the X2, I'm quite interested in reviewing and checking out. 72 volts. 42 amp hours. I mean, that is a monster battery.
Do you want to play that little product teaser there?
I would be delighted to. Yeah, let's see it.
That's a little longer teaser than I thought. Oh.
Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty impressive machine. That's very much like a motorcycle. And in fact, I'm going to whoop, we're playing again. Just in case you are actually watching this live, you're very welcome to put the chat and just share with us what your favorite scooter is. And if you're watching this after the live stream, make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jim's channel if you're watching on his channel. Subscribe to my channel. That'd be great. Thank you. But write down what is the most anticipated scooter that you have coming up in 2021. What's the one scooter that you're looking at going like, that would be really fun to try out? Or more importantly, what are you interested in buying? Like, what's the next scooter? As I said, I've got about 4 scooters behind me here. Finally, the snow's gone, thank God. And I can get out there and start doing the reviews properly as the weather warms up in springtime. How about yourself, Jim? You got a few scooters that you're looking forward to reviewing?
Yeah, like, I do have the Wolf Warrior that I really haven't even had a chance to I just saw somebody, Kyle Baker, just chime in with Wolf King. I have a Wolf Warrior coming in. The Wolf King is going to be available, that 72-volt version, so probably pushing the 11X in the performance side of things. But yeah, like anybody in the chat, if you're feel free to chime in. I think there's
the Wolf King.
Yeah, Wolf King.
The Wolf King is going to be absolutely. You know what? I hats off to you, Kyle. That's exactly right. The Wolf King is going to be amazing. Thanks, Preston. Love both your channels. I just ordered my Apollo Ghost. Oh, wow. That's going to be a pretty awesome machine.
Yeah, I haven't really seen the Ghost. You've seen one in person? Have you looked at one, Tim?
I have not, no.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I've never seen an Apollo, full stop. I'm looking forward. They're good. They've said they would send me one of the new ones, the Phantom in the spring. I think it's May time, so that'll be exciting.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's, and also just even not necessarily like a scooter, but like also maybe a new change or style or something you think existing scooters could really do with having added to them. I don't know if there's anything along that lines, Tim, that kind of sticks out to you as something that scooters maybe are missing that they could really have.
Well, I think the biggest thing for me is tires. So when I saw the Tour show up with a 12-inch tire, I think that makes a lot of sense. And also puncture resistance. I'm tired of taking my 09 for getting repaired or having to, I have never done one myself. And that's because of the kind folks down to Ride the Glide, which is like literally just around the corner for me.
Right.
And I can just push the scooter in and Mike will take it in the back office into his repair department there and fix it for me. I know you do all your own repair work, Jim. You're an accomplished person, and I'm just not capable of doing that kind of stuff. I know I'm going to mess it up. But also it's because I'm big, right? So I'm a big guy on a scooter. I'm going to put all that extra mass is going to have bigger, problems when I hit a big bump. It's going to be, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it does magnify some of those. I think for me, I really agree on the tires. Another nice feature for me would be having like that Apollo Phantom's idea of a display that's giving you a little more real-time information. Maybe that miles to empty, having a little feedback from your scooter while you're riding.
Absolutely. That would be really cool to know, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
like that next level, I think that's going to be really cool. And I thought the Tour, actually, the biggest takeaway for today, I love the fact that when you hit the brakes on the Tour, the light at the back of the scooter fires up your back.
Right.
That's like next level genius. I love that. Oh, Kyle Baker, thank you. He's saying turning signals. Yeah, there's something also about the turning signal experience that I've had so far is that they're never in the right spot. Like they always seem to be, you have to kind of rotate your hand in a slightly different position to turn the signals on. But you're absolutely right. For safety, Kyle, being able to turn signals on.
And the V-set line of scooters that are being introduced, I think Ride the Glide might be carrying them. It looks to me like they have a button in the hand grip that's going to allow you to just, as you press that button, it activates that side turn signal.
Oh, nice.
Which could be pretty cool. And I have a review coming up for kind of an odd scooter called the Glion Alto. And it has a pretty cool turn signal setup. they'll be kind of neat to show.
Awesome. Okay. Well, so that's it, guys. I just wanted to share everybody. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you, Kyle and Preston, for showing up into the chat. I know that both Jim and I have smaller channels, but we're really quite passionate about all things electric. And I know that Jim's going to be doing some reviews of bicycles and also more electric scooters this year. And you're selling lots of scooters, and you're down in Sacramento. So if you're looking to somebody to fix your scooter, Preston mentioned here, more rugged stem clamps and longer fenders to protect dirt from spray. Preston, I feel you there. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I've gone through a couple of pairs of shorts already because of the wet spraying up. Although I did get an extension on my 09, so I can go out there now. But the rugged stem clamps, I just got in another scooter which is behind me, and I'll keep that as a surprise, but I've got an unboxing showing up on my channel tomorrow. I just did the unboxing last night. And the double stem clamps and just having stronger mechanisms, when you're a big guy, it's just physics, right? Like,
oh yeah,
you don't want to see a crack on your stem. That could be a real problem. Like if you snap a stem, that's going to be horrific. So yeah, Preston, absolutely, that totally makes sense. Anything else you want to? I'll let you close out here, but thank you very much from Tim at Tim's Electric. I appreciate very much hopping on the call with you this morning, Electron Surfer Jim.
Oh yeah, for sure. I enjoy this interaction, and it's not something that I've done before. So hopefully, maybe next time
we were both nervous.
Chime in. Yeah, we got two people. That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Preston. And if you're watching this, as I mentioned earlier, put down the comments down below. Whatever channel you're watching, make sure you're following Jim on his Electron Surfer channel, and follow me on Tim's Electric. Thank you so much for watching, and much appreciated. And until next time, I'm sure because this went so well, Jim and I are probably going to come up with another idea to hop on and do another live stream. And if you guys are kind enough to show up and ask your questions down in the chat, that would be awesome too.
Oh yeah,
thanks very much for watching.
Ideas down below if you want.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, put those down below. Thanks very much, guys.
Yeah. Right,
cheers. Stay safe. Wear a helmet.